Hello darlings and welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited because I am going to be talking about my most anticipated books of 2018, the non-YA edition. I originally was not actually going to make this video, and then I had a bunch of people reach out and ask for this video when I suggested, I mentioned it in my most anticipated YA books video, and I had a bunch of people ask for me to talk about the books that I'm excited for that aren't YA, so that's what I'm doing in this video. And I think regardless of whether or not you primarily read YA or not, I think some of these books you're really gonna be interested in. So I hope that regardless of what genre or age group you read, this will be helpful. Also, there is one middle grade book in here because technically not YA, and I wanted to talk about it. The first book that I want to talk about, and again, I'm going to be doing this in order of publication. Of course, some of these dates might change because sometimes that happens, but as of today, these are the dates. And the first one comes out January 16th, and that is Red Clocks by Lenny Zumas. I was originally sent a copy of this book from Little Brown when I was doing the giveaway with them for The Power, because they thought that if I loved The Power as much, then I would probably like this. And I've read about a third of it so far, and I have to agree, this is definitely one that I think if you read The Power last year and you really loved it, you should definitely pick this one up. It is also one of this month's Book of the Month Club picks, so if you are interested in it and you have Book of the Month or you're thinking about getting it, it's probably a good time. Can we discuss how beautiful and just amazing this cover is? I die every time I look at it. Anyways, this takes place not that long into the future, and it's in our world, and basically abortion has been made illegal. It is for the most part a contemporary literary fiction novel, but it's set in this quasi-futuristic world where, you know, this one thing has been changed, but it changes the entire world, and it follows a variety of women who are all dealing with this in different ways. And you see it, how it affects things, you know, like relationships. You know, of course there is if you want to get an abortion, if you provide abortions, and even when it comes to trying to have kids in this book, and how that's even affected by this. So far, a really fascinating read. Also a very strange read. So if you like something a little bit weird, very feminist, this is definitely a book that you will want on your radar in 2018. So that is the final physical copy I have in this video, but the next book that I'm so excited for comes out February 6th, and that is An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. Now this book follows a couple who early into their marriage, the husband is convicted of a crime that both of them know he did not commit. And so the story follows, from my understanding, before, during, and then after, because he is eventually acquitted and found not guilty after spending 5 years in prison. And so it follows their relationship over the course of this time. From my understanding, the section where he is in prison is all through letters that they write to each other. And in the story itself, it's supposed to explore ideas of race, gender, inequality, and I'm assuming the American dream. That's the whole premise, is that they've sort of achieved the American dream and then they have it ripped out from under them. It just sounds so fantastic and really interesting. I think both just from interesting, I'm interested in the couple and their relationship and how they deal with this, along with what it's going to say about America and our systems. So very intrigued for that one. So the next book that I am so excited for is the middle grade book in this group of books, Arusha and the End of Time by Roshni Chokshi, and that one comes out March 27th. This is one of the first books in the Rick Riordan Presents umbrella, which from my understanding is going to allow authors of all different backgrounds to tell stories from their own cultures' mythologies, and I'm so excited for this one. This one looks at Indian mythology. It follows a girl who when she's home, spends much of her time at the Museum of Ancient Indian Art and Culture, where her mom works as an archaeologist. And in the story, she ends up releasing a demon with some of her friends, and they have to figure out how to put back the demon before, I'm assuming, the end of the world happens. The next book just sounds so good, and it is The Female Persuasion by Meg Wolitzer, and it comes out April 3rd. Now, this follows a woman named Greer who is in college, and she's sort of going down this path of finding her one true love, this romance, dating this guy, and then she ends up hearing this feminist activist that she has idolized her entire life speak, and she ends up getting to work with this activist, and through that you see her kind of diverge from the sort of set out path that she has been taught women are supposed to take a new path of activism. And I'm so excited for this book. It kind of sounds like The Devil Wears Prada, but like activism, or maybe like The Bold Type plus activism, because I don't know what the relationship is going to be with her and the activist. I'm hoping good. Oh, I'm so excited. It just sounds amazing. The cover for this is also beautiful. Cannot wait to own this one and like just have it on my shelves. Also on April 3rd is what undoubtedly sounds like the most over-the-top, hilarious, wonderful book on this list, and that is Space Opera by Catherine N. Valente. Now, I have been talking about this author for so many years, have yet to read one of her books. One day I will. I'll do it one day. Hopefully this one. This book is supposed to be a combination of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy meets Eurovision, which, can I just, I don't even know. It just sounds amazing. That alone sold me. The cover sold me. The author sold me. What else do you need to know? It takes place in the future, obviously. It takes place in space. And it basically, after all of these wars, everyone is forced to be part of this, I think it's like Galactivision is the name of the performance. It's like part pageant, part concert. It's like this huge extravaganza, and you're forced to be part of it. And this follows a band of performers sent to represent Earth. And it just sounds so weird and great. I cannot wait for this. I'm hopeful that it's just as weird and wonderful as it sounds. Coming out June 12th is Who is Vera Kelly by Rosalie Knecht. And this one is a 1960s spy novel with a female, possibly queer protagonist. I'm hopeful. This one follows Vera Kelly, who is living in New York City and just struggling to exist and blend in to the gay underground of Greenwich Village. And she's also a radio host, and that ends up getting the attention of the CIA. And next thing she knows, she's in Argentina and she's a spy, and I'm so excited. I love spy-related stories, so I'm so excited for this one. It sounds really fun, really feminist, and again, this cover, it's wonderful. 2018, year of great covers apparently. And then the last book that I want to talk about is Sophia of Silicon Valley by Anna Yen. This one doesn't yet have a release date, but it is supposed to come out in 2018, and it has been basically called like The Devil Wears Prada, but in Silicon Valley, and also with an Asian protagonist. Here for all of these things, Sophia is an Asian woman who works in tech and has worked for some of the biggest names in tech, so Elon Musk, Steve Jobs. And it basically follows her journey through this world, and I'm so excited for it. If you guys don't know, I work in tech. I also used to live in San Francisco, so I love books that sort of look at that whole world, and I'm especially interested to read about it from the perspective of a woman and a woman of color. So those are the books that I am so hyped for in 2018, or at least the first half of 2018. Obviously there's a whole other half of the year that I didn't really touch on, but I'll talk about that later this year. But these are the books that I am so excited for that are not YA books. Let me know what books you're excited for in the comments down below, or if you're excited for any of these, let me know, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye!